Live on YouTube, it's OEHL Hockey from the Flos Elmvale Community Arena in Elmvale, Ontario, Canada, for tonight's OEHL North Division matchup between the 9-8-0 Georgian Bay Applekings and the 12-5-1 Elmvale Harvesters. Today's game is brought to you by Clear Path Insurance Broker, by Quail's Brewery, by Hardship Acres Landscaping, by Chandler Transport, by Construction Equipment Supply, and by Bourgeois Ford Dealers in Midland, Ontario, Canada. It's live OEHL Hockey on YouTube from Elmvale. Good evening, everyone, and welcome into the Flos Elmvale Community Arena here in Thornbury, Ontario, Canada, for tonight's OEHL North Division matchup between the 9-8-0 Georgian Bay Applekings and the 12-5-1 Elmvale Harvesters. Here, like I say, from the Flos Elmvale Community Arena in Elmvale, Ontario, Canada. I'm Andrew Rodgers. You're watching live at the Real Rodgy 21, live on YouTube, OEHL Hockey. It's been quite a weekend so far. Obviously, Standings Watch is officially on and at the peak of what it should be at, considering the movement and shaking that could be happening within the next little over 2 weeks of the regular season here, at least so we know so far. Let's go through the weekend so far. Last night, the Shelburne Muskies ending a 10-game losing streak by defeating the Lucknow Lancers 5-1 in Shelburne, so that's a big win for them. They stretched their lead in the standings to 3 points over Lucknow. Durham going into Ripley and taking on the top seed Ripley Wolves, but Ripley coming out with a 6-4 win in that one, improving their record to 15-3. Durham falling to 12-4. In the South, there was a shootout in Elora at the Jefferson Elora Community Center. Elora Rocks defeating the Erin Outlaws 9-7. Elora improving to 10-5. Erin falling to 11-4-1 after that game. And then elsewhere was Milverton taking on Petrolia from the Greenwood Rec Center in Petrolia, Ontario. 5-2 for the Squires over the Drives. Drives, their game in hand over Tillsonburg is gone. They have one more game in hand on them, but it's going to be hard to say in terms of how it's going to go the rest of the way. As we look at our standings updates here, we'll start in the South. Seaford 3 points over second place Petrolia, who leapfrogged Erin with their win last night. Erin stays at 23, they're in third. Elora jumps to fourth over Tavistock. They both have 20 points. Elora 10-5, Tavistock 10-6. You have Dunnville in sixth at 16 points, 8-7. Tillsonburg, 18 games played, 13 points. Milverton, 17 games played, 12 points. So we'll see what happens the rest of the way. In the North, Ripley, 30 points, 5 better than Elmvale. You have Durham, 1 back at 24. Saugeen Shores at 22. Minto at 19. Georgian Bay at 18. Shelburne now at 10. Lucknow at 7. Creemore at 4. So that is what we can tell you. What we can also tell you is this. There's one final in the OEHL thus far tonight. 8 games total, 4 in the North, 4 in the South. One got started at 5 o'clock in Palmerston. It wasn't much of a game. As you guys can see there, the Minto 81s defeating the Creemore Coyotes by a score of 16-1. Minto improving their record to 10-5-1. Creemore falling to 2-17. That is a final, and so big, like I say, standings implications there in that one. Elsewhere, I do have some scores that I can tell you about as we go along here. I was looking at this earlier. I'll pull those up and give you the updated scores as I have them. Just trying to pull those up. Hey, there we go. Okay, so I can tell you that Ripley Wolves lead the Shelburne Muskies 2-0 as they play on. That game in Ripley at the Ripley Huron Community Center. Over in Lucknow, the Lancers actually lead the Durham Thundercats 1-0. That one got underway about 15 minutes ago. And we'll go over to the south in a minute here. Just want to see that's the last of the north games. Of course, our game is underway at 8 o'clock in about 15 minutes. We switch over to the south. Delhi Flames, Tillsonburg Thunder. Tillsonburg currently leads 1-0. Elora Rocks, C4 Centenaires, they're scoreless. And Milverton and Tavistock are tied at 1 as they all play in the first period. So that is what I can tell you in regards to our out-of-town scoreboard. I will try and keep you guys up to date as we go along. We'll start with our rosters here this evening. We'll start with the visiting Georgian Bay Applekings, who come into the game 9-8 on the season. They have 3 games remaining, Tonight, they play at home versus Shelburne on the 24th, and they finish their season, I believe, on the 31st in Lucknow. Okay, not playing, not dressed. Number 1, Aaron Weigel. The backup goalie tonight is number 31, Jordan Elwood. The starting goaltender, number 33, Alan Maneri. He is 7-4 on the season. Not playing, not dressed. Number 8, Neil Ross. Number 9, Noah Calvert-Getz. Number 11, G.W. King. Number 15, Tristan Park. Number 77, Matt Amoff. Number 89, Bradley Wells. Number 91, Scott Huswick. And number 93, Jake Mortley. Who to watch on this team? Mackenzie Fleming. Number 19, 18 goals, 23 assists, 41 points. He is just having an unreal season. Second on the team in goals is Jacob Robitaille with 17. He is just unreal as well. So number 19 and number 26 for Georgian Bay. Watch out for them. Over on the Elmvale Harvesters side of things, not dressed, not playing, number 31, Andrew Best. The backup is number 30, Adam Redgate. And the starting goaltender is number 1, Noah Featherston Howe Gow. Featherston Howe Gow. Look at how many letters that is. A lot. He is 6-4 on this season. Not playing, not dressed in terms of skaters tonight. Number 4, Jared Robertson. Number 7, Dylan Palamaki. Number 10, Brad Boudreau. Number 23, Steve Haluziak. Number 92, Brad Kepfer. And number 93, Joseph Franzen. That is your updated roster for the Elmvale Harvesters here this evening. It's the Georgian Bay Applekings and the Elmvale Harvesters here at the Flos Elmvale Community Arena in Elmvale, Ontario, Canada. I'm Andrew Rodgers. You're watching live OEHL hockey at the Real Raji 21. We'll be back for Anthem and Puck Drop in a few moments. Stick around, everyone. It's OEHL hockey live on YouTube. Live on YouTube, it's OEHL hockey from the Flos Elmvale Community Arena in Elmvale, Ontario, Canada, for tonight's OEHL North Division matchup between the 9-8-0 Georgian Bay Applekings and the 12-5-1 Elmvale Harvesters. Today's game is brought to you by ClearPath Insurance Broker, by Quails Brewery, by Hardship Acres Landscaping, by Chandler Transport, by Construction Equipment Supply, and by Bourgeois Ford Dealers in Midland, Ontario, Canada. It's live OEHL hockey on YouTube from Elmvale.
said, like, I don't know those people. they're looking at the kid on the ice.
And now here's the lineup for your Elmvale Harvesters. At right wing, number 19, Jordan Fuller. At right wing, number 9, Jacob Kelly. At center, number 49, David Pierce. At defense, number 3, Rodney Pitt. At defense, number 27, Taylor Murphy. And starting the goal for your Elmvale Harvesters, number 1, Noah Thunderstick. Tonight we've got our platinum sponsor takeover night to Flos Brewery. Flos Brewery is a unique farm brewery in Fort Lauderdale, known for its farm and craft experience, growing its own hops on site and using fresh spring water to craft their golden beers. Served in with indoor seating, patios, and serving food with local ingredients. It's a destination brewery offering tasty event and a connection to the brewing process amidst scenic vineyards and a short drive from Elmvale. Tonight's chocolate cup prize will be a $100 gift card from Wales, so kids make sure to win it or net. For every Wales beverage purchased tonight at the Combine Club, you will get a ticket to enter a draw for another Wales Brewery prize. I would now have Harvesters team captain Derek Robertson and Elmvale team captain Mitchell Good join us for a ceremonial face-off with Wales Brewery owner Braden Lau. And now, ladies and gentlemen, in honor of this great nation that we call home, please rise if you're able, remove your caps, and join us in the singing of our national hymn.
All right. After that lovely rendition of O Canada, we are set for hockey here in Elmvale, Ontario, Canada. The Flos Elmvale Community Arena for tonight's OEHL North contest between the 9-8 Georgian Bay Applekings and the 12-5-1 Elmvale Harvesters. Starting in goal for the Georgian Bay Applekings is number 33, Alan Maneri. He is 7-4 on the season. Starting in goal for Elmvale, number 1, Noah Featherston Howe Gow. He is 6-4 on the season. This is a big game for both teams and a potential first-round matchup if anything could happen in the next little over 2 weeks. A lot of moving and shaking could be happening more than this league than in a Casey and the Sunshine Band song. Just saying. And Dave Pierce is coming in to take this face-off for Elmvale. He's a normal defenseman, so a little bit of chess match stuff going on here as we get set to get underway. Mackenzie Fleming in to take this face-off for Georgian Bay, and we are underway here in Elmvale. Andrew Rodgers with you. Great to be here. Elmvale's going to start with this puck. They have it back in their own end. This is defenseman Riley Pitt, number 3. He'll play it ahead, and it's into the zone now. In across the line, Fuller fanned on it, and Georgian Bay's going to pick this puck up. They're going to bring it in across the line. Dropped there by Bueller, nobody there, and Georgian Bay's going to pick it up at center. Blazer dumps it back. It's in the neutral zone. It'll be dumped in on Noah Featherston Howe-Gow, and he's going to hold on. First period of OEHL action here at the Flos Elmvale. Andrew Rodgers with you at the Real Raji 21. This is 1 of 8 in the OEHL tonight. 6 of them are currently underway. No, 7 are underway. 1 is already in the books, shot there, saved by Featherston Howe-Gow, and he'll hold on. That's a mouthful. 1 game already in the books, and Minto 81's taking on Creemore at the Palmerston and District Community Center Complex. The final score was Minto 16, Creemore 1. As the music continues to blare, here comes Elmvale, shot stopped by Maneri. It'll be played in the Georgian Bay end. It's back to the line. Here's a shot that's off a skate and out of play. I have a feeling this game is going to be high paced. It's already wicked speed out there. That's what I love about this league so much is the speed. It's so fast. It's like watching a tennis match in fast forward. Face off here to the left-hand side of Alan Maneri. Elmvale able to control off the draw. It's in behind the net to Ryan Young, number 96. He'll play it in the middle. He had a man there, but he fanned on it. That was Devin Shorman, I think, who fanned on that cross-crease pass. The music's still playing. That's weird. Now it's stopped, I think. There's a shot deflected just wide. Maneri had to be sharp there to be in position. Now Georgian Bay's going to skate this out. This is Scott Dorian, number 83. He'll play it in. Takes a hit up high, but he'll go into the corner and leave it there. Trying to center was Captain Mitch Good, but he couldn't get it in front of the net. In the neutral zone where Good picks it up. He's at center and he'll play it ahead. Good pass. In across the line, oh, he missed. Threw it well wide on the glove hand side. He's still in the corner after it. Centering pass in the skates is Simmons. It'll be played to the line and kept in. Good play. Simmons shoots so wide, blocker side, and it'll come out. Elmvale's got it now. They're going to cross center, and this will be played to Owen King. He'll put it in, go in after it. Big check on the end boards there as it comes to the line, kept in. Balkwill kept it in. That's Nathan Balkwill, number 10. And now here comes Georgian Bay up the ice as Simmons goes to the backhand. It's Weekly in behind the net. Georgian Bay in there after it. Elmvale trying to get this puck out. Can't. Ouellette shoots. Glove save. Noah Featherston Howe-Gow, and he'll hang on. Yeah. Face-off coming up here in the Elmvale zone. Georgian Bay in their road beige uniforms, while Elmvale dons the home all reds in this sea of red crowd as this puck is played out of the reach of Fuller. Now it's going to be Georgian Bay playing it into the Elmvale zone. Balkwill plays it across to Jacob Kelly, who throws it to Dave Pierce. Pierce up ahead. Goes to the backhand, puts it off the side of the net. It's in behind the net. Here's a centering pass. Kelly stopped by Maneri, and he's going to hang on. The OEHL leading scorer, Jacob Kelly, couldn't put it past Maneri. He's got 51 points this year. Unbelievable. As this faceoff's going to be in the Georgian Bay zone. We're approaching the 3-minute mark of period 1. This will be won by Elmvale. They're going to control off the faceoff, but Georgian Bay fights to get it out. Ahead for Robitaille, was intercepted. Now Robitaille's going to get it again. He's got Fleming with him. Shoots, glove saved. And everything's into the glove hand already. Glove hand's getting a workout for Mr. Featherston Howgal. Face off there, going to be controlled by Elmvale as they pick it up in behind their own net. Pitt. He's going to backhand it to the corner to King. He'll throw it ahead. This is Caden Laverdier. He'll put it in the middle to Pitt. Pitt brings it up the ice. Shoots. Good blocker save by Maneri. It's into the corner. They battle for it. It'll be played into the middle. To the far side. It's going to be picked up by Georgian Bay, and they'll shoot it in to the Elmvale zone. Took a kind of a weird hop, and it stays in the zone. Fleming has it. Shoots. Pitt with the block. Rebounds loose. Robitaille can't get a shot, and here comes Elmvale. They're going to move with 4 up the ice. They're going to cross the line. Centers to King. Couldn't get it in front of the net. He had Kelly there alone. They fight for it in behind the net. Kelly again. Centers. Can't get the shot away. Fleming's got it, and he'll calm it down. He'll cross center. Dump it in. Off the end boards. Looking for the hop, and he's got it to Salaturo. He fanned on it. Still has it, though, on the backhand. Centering. Georgian Bay unable to get the shot in. Good pressure there. Both sides back to back. They're going end to end here in Elmvale. Puck in the skates of Good, and now he's got it. Good plays it in the middle to Salaturo. Good move. Another good move. Oh, and Featherston Howgal comes up with it. Goes for the old school poke check, and he manages to corral that puck in. Good job there. Come on. Oh, there we go. We'll make sure to update our scores as we go along here. And Georgian Bay's got it in the corner, and they're going to fight for it there. Scott Dorian picks it up, number 83, back to the line. Shot. Ryan Geisler, and that's into the glove hand of, or that's Giesler into the glove hand of Featherston Howgal. Excuse me, that's Brody LeBlanc now of Durham, 52 points. Jacob Kelly now in second. That's after last night's game. So Jacob Kelly's had the lead in scoring all season in this OEHL. Not anymore. It was only a matter of time, but we'll see how the remaining couple weeks end up here and who will take the scoring crown. Back to the line. There's a shot through traffic and hit somebody from Elmvale, and it stayed out of the, didn't reach the netminder. Georgian Bay now going to bring it ahead. Simmons shoots it in. Georgian Bay going to go in after it. Ouellette freed it up for Dorian. Dorian in behind the net, still has it. Looks to the line. Geisler shoots. He was looking for Ouellette to tip that, and here comes Elmvale the other way. Edmonds shoots, gloves, save Maneri, and a beauty there. And he'll hang on. That off the stick of Edmonds, number 88. Face-off coming up here in the Elmvale zone. Face-off here to the left-hand side of Alan Maneri. It's going to be controlled, though, by Georgian Bay. They're going to skate it out. Ahead now, in across the line. Logan Hoover tipped. Good save. Featherston Howgal. He put the pad out and was able to turn that aside. Into the middle. Here's a chance. Another pad save and a beauty. The Elmvale netminder is dialed in here early on in the first as we approach 6 minutes into period one. Elmvale has it in control in their own end, and they'll slow things down. And clearly the Appleking not happy about not putting that one in the back of the net as he screams a word we can't repeat on the broadcast. This one's in, out of the reach of Maneri. It bounced dangerously in front. Elmvale after it. Can't get there. Now it's Hackett. Ryan Hackett, number 12, puts it back to the line. Nathan Balkwell keeps it in, plays it in deep. It'll be picked up, though, by Georgian Bay, and they'll play it out of the zone. Elmvale right there to get it, and they'll put it ahead. Cochran lost it, and it's ahead now for Robitaille. Robitaille shoots, save, rebound, it's loose, it's in the corner. It'll be played to Bueller. Pitt going to grab it there, take a hit, gets it freed up, and now Murphy puts it around. This one's going to go all the way down the ice, and they're going to call this icing against Elmvale. Excuse me, that's Robertson, number 24, that's Jeremy. The captain is number 22, Derek Robertson. They got a few Robertsons on this team. One of them isn't playing, so that makes it a little easier. This one's back to the line off that one face-off from Georgian Bay, but now it's going to be Cochran picking it up. Good pass. Austin Pope, though, had it go off his stick, and now Robitaille picks it up for Georgian Bay. Puts it back. Giesler throws it ahead. It's tipped into the zone by Bueller. Elmvale back to get it. Jeremy Robertson throws it ahead. Now it's Elmvale into the neutral zone, intercepted neatly by Robitaille. Here's Bueller. He has some space. Bueller into the middle, and it was almost knocked out of the air by Fleming. That would have been beautiful. Here's Pitt the other way with numbers. Pope stays onside, hits a cross, look out! And it's in behind the net. Good chance there. What a move from Riley Pitt, number 3, defenseman for Elmvale, who has the puck now deep in the zone. He's going to go back to the line with it, trying to get away from Giesler. He's been out there a while. He's kind of stuck. Here's a shot from Murphy, blocker saved by Maneri. They fight for it in the corner. It's going to come up the boards, and it's going to be swept out by Georgian Bay, and Pitt's got it. He's going to throw it ahead to Pope. Pope's going to turn and fire it in. He's at the end of a shift. Georgian Bay with time in their own end have to get set up here. It'll be fired ahead. Now it's across, off this stick of Salaturo and in across the line. Out of the reach, though, of Bekele, and he'll have to get back. Rowland plays it up the boards. Good move there by Derek Robertson, the captain of Elmvale. Pierce let it go. Here's Kelly. Centering pass, no shot yet. There's one by Fuller and a save by Maneri. It's still in the Georgian Bay zone. Tried to center, and we're going to get a penalty call here. And this is going to go to Georgian Bay, and I'm not sure what they're going to call here. Maybe an elbow, or it's a rough. So Elmvale is going to get the game's first power play here in the first period. We're 11:18 to go, and it's 0-0. Out-of-town scoreboard. Ripley Wolves over the Shelburne Muskies, 4-0. Durham leading Lucknow, 4-1. Tillsonburg over Delhi, 2-0. Seaforth leads Elora, 2-0. Tavistock over Milverton, 3-1. And in our game, scoreless. So lots of action going on. I believe the only score that isn't on here, oh no, Ripley is. They started at 7. This is the last game of the massive amount of games tonight to start, 8 o'clock. This one's back to Pitt at the line. He's the second scorer, or leading scorer for defensemen. Fuller throws that away, and it's off the end boards, careens all the way down the ice. This will be about 1:30 to go in the power play when they bring it up. Oh, intercepted there. Keegan Hoover trying to get a shot. He manages to just throw it in wide, but he killed some valuable clock. Here comes Fuller up the ice. He'll play it across to Kelly. Kelly had Fuller going to the net, kept, gave it back to Riley Pitt, gets it back. Jacob Kelly throws it in deep. Nathan Balkwill plays it to Kelly. Kelly over to Pitt, who's got room. Shoots, save, rebound. Good job by Maneri to clear that rebound. It's still Elmvale with the puck here. Now to be played into the middle. That was blocked by Georgian Bay. They were able to get in front of that shot from the line. 50 seconds left in the power play. Balkwill across to Pitt. Pitt shoots, looking for a deflection. Maneri's got it, and he's going to hang on. And they're going to whistle this one here, and are we going to get another penalty? Okay, so no penalty there, but we're going to get some. I tried. Face off there, won by Elmvale on this power play. They score! A shot from the line deflected past Maneri. And with 38 seconds left in the penalty, Elmvale scores on the power play. They lead it 1-0. This is Owen King with the goal. So number 14, Owen King, with his 4th goal of the season, makes it a 1-0 game for Elmvale over Georgian Bay here in the first. 9:50 to go in period 1. Elmvale is struck first in the hockey game. They lead 1-0. Now it's to Edmonds. Owen King with the goal, the power play goal, his 4th of the year, and it's 1-0 for the Harvesters. Into the corner, Bekele takes his man into the boards, but still on it is Young, and he put it right in between the defense and back into the Elmvale zone. Elmvale back to get it. Shorman throws it ahead. It was out of the reach of Sweeney. Now it's all the way back into the Georgian Bay zone. Up on it is Robitaille into the middle, nicely for Austin Ouellette. Ouellette shoots. Oh, another glove save. Maybe he should go blocker. Austin Ouellette tried to go high glove, and Featherston Howgao flashes the leather, and he'll hold on. So 9:05 to go here in the first. 1-0 Elmvale, courtesy of Owen King, number 14, with his 4th of the season. You're watching live OEHL hockey on YouTube, courtesy of the Real Raji 21. Andrew Rodgers with you. Great to be here in Elmvale this evening. Earlier today, one game is already in the books in the OEHL. The Minto 81s defeating Creemore Coyotes 16-1 as this puck is out for Georgian Bay. So for Minto, a lot of games in hand, and they get a couple valuable points for those games in hand as they defeat Creemore this afternoon. Hit up the ice, shot there off a body and into the corner. It comes to the half boards, and Elmvale's going to send Georgian Bay deep. Applekings get it. Robitaille across into the middle to Fleming. Fleming, he'll shoot. Saved by Featherston Howgao, and it'll be into the corner. Robitaille's got it. Fleming again. Tries to go to the net. Can't get it to it. It's in behind the net now as they fight for it there. Applekings trying to put on some pressure here. Fleming back to the line to Connor Long. Shoots. Pitch! And it's Bueller with the backhand and stopped by Featherston Howgao. Now it's Fleming. Shot. Save. It's in behind the net for Robitaille. Puts it to Fleming. Fleming back to the line to Connor Long. Traffic in front of the Elmvale netminder. Now it's going to be Pitt that's going to pick this off for Elmvale, and he'll get the puck out. It'll be glove down, and it's going to be a glove hand pass, and this will be whistled down, and we'll get a whistle and a stoppage. Now 6-1 Durham over Lucknow, 3-1 Tavistock over Milverton. The goal-scoring play is Owen King from number 22, Derek Robertson, and number 96, Ryan Young, as this puck is shot in by Elmvale. It'll be given away, however, and Elmvale shot scores! Austin Pope on the turnover, throws it through the legs of Veneri, and it's an even strength goal for the Harvesters with 7:32 to go, and they lead it now 2-0. And for Austin Pope, that is goal number 7 on the season for number 44. And Elmvale races out here to a 2-0 lead on home ice. They now lead the Applekings 2-0 here in the first. Here's Mitch Good, the captain of the Applekings. He'll bring it across center. Had it stripped away, though, from Tanner Main, number 8. It's in across the line. Good has it again. He'll stop up with room. Mitch Good can't get the shot. Centers. Now there's an opportunity. Good save. That off the stick of 83, Scott Dorian. I couldn't read the name or the number. I couldn't see it very well. Big collision in the corner there as it's kept in. Dorian has it. Shoots. Saved by Featherston Howgao, and he's going to hang on. So 6:48 to go here. Good response shift from the Applekings, but they still trail 2-0. Goals from, what did I say? Owen King and Austin Pope. Owen King, Austin Pope. Gives the Elmvale Harvesters a 2-0 lead here. This is going to be one back, and Devin Shorman plays it around to Jacob Kelly. Kelly, Pindle on the boards, maintains control of the puck, and he'll play it ahead. It's tipped in by Pierce. Elmvale after it. Kelly pins his man on the boards. It'll be thrown around. Now it's going to be played by Bueller across, looking for his man, but it was over his stick. Be played ahead, Fuller. It's deep in the zone. Derek Robertson gets it to the line no further. Applekings with the pressure. Featherston Howgao is going to hold that, and we'll get another face-off in the Elmvale zone. 6:14 to go here in period number 1. Face off there, controlled by Georgian Bay. Back to the line. There's a shot. That's deflected just wide. Blocker hand side. It's going to be played by Elmvale up the glass. Kept in by Georgian Bay, though. They fight to get it into the corner. Simmons was there, but he couldn't get it. This one's going to be Elmvale at the blue line playing it ahead. Here's Pierce across to Kelly. Kelly with room. Shoots. Blocked. Rebound. It's still loose. Georgian Bay trying to gain control of the puck now. And it's all the way out and down the ice as Shorman's got to come back for it. This isn't an icing call, and Shorman's going to fire it around. He was looking for Pierce, who tipped it into the zone. He'll go after it in the corner. Tied up there by Bekele. It'll be played to Murphy at the line. Keeps it in, shoots. Glove saved by Maneri, but he couldn't corral it. It's back to the line now. Shorman shoots. Saved Maneri. Battle in front for Sweeney. It's back to the line, but the net is off in behind Maneri, and it'll be whistled down. So tremendous pressure there for Elmvale, who keeps their foot on the gas in a 2-0 lead. 5:14 now to go here in period number 1. Georgian Bay with the puck in their own end after that one face-off, and they're going to bring it up the ice and into the Elmvale zone. Drop for Robitaille, puts it in deep. They go to the net. No shot for Georgian Bay, though, as Fleming couldn't come up with it. Now it's going to be in the neutral zone. It's going to be played into the Applekings zone. Connor Long plays it ahead. It's out of the reach of everyone, though, and I think this is going to be an icing call against the Applekings. Puck will come all the way back into the Georgian Bay zone, with 4:49 to go in period 1. So be one back. Pitt at the line, shoots wide, blocker side. Taylor Murphy, he gets hit by Robitaille, but it's kept in by Young. Young shoots off a stick and over the net and out of play. It's Elmvale's capitalized and put 2 in behind Maneri, and I'm sure goals that Maneri would like back to, erase this 2-goal deficit. But at this point, Elmvale has looked really strong in this first period. I was here on Sunday, this past Sunday, essentially 6 days ago, for Minto and Elmvale. Minto winning 5-2 in that game. Would have been 5-1, but a late power play goal by by Elmvale made it a closer game than it appeared. Here comes, they're offside as King stepped in across the line on the far side and drew the play offside. A 2-on-1 for Elmvale after a beautiful move there for Cam Cochran. And it's going to be whistled down on the offside. That was highlight reel stuff. Nice little dipsy doodle. Yes, I did just say that. That's a hockey term. I've heard it. Professional announcers who make a lot more than me have said that. Not about the money. This one's won back by Georgian Bay, and they're going to play it in their own end. This will be sent ahead out of the reach of Good. Cochran plays it across. Now it's up to Cochran again, into the middle. Going to be picked off, though, and Dorian has it. Pressure there by King. He stops up and he'll skate toward his blue line, but now he'll peel back, trying to fight or get away from Cochran, and does with speed across center. He's all the way into the Elmvale zone, goes to the backhand. He gets hit! And it's in as we get more pushing and shoving here. And everybody will keep cooler heads here. Dorian got blasted at the goal mouth, and hopefully he's okay as he went kind of awkwardly into the end boards there. It was a heck of a shift, though. He was up here and out there in no time, really fast, but took a wicked hit and landed kind of awkwardly into the end boards, but hopefully he's okay. 3:45 to go with a face-off here in the Elmvale zone. Shorman going to play it around. Kelly up the boards, stops there, plays it back to Shorman. He's going to throw it ahead to Fuller. Fuller over to Pierce. Pierce has Kelly! Oh, he couldn't. He rang it off the crossbar. Here's a pass across. This is Fuller. Over to Kelly. Kelly, Shorman at the line. Shot there, wide, blocker side. Good save by Maneri. Kelly to Fuller. Back to the line. It's intercepted, though, by Georgian Bay, and they'll skate it out of the zone. This is off Jamie Wise, and now it's going to be played by Elmvale. We're going to get an Elmvale Harvesters penalty here. It's going to be a high sticking call, and not 100% sure who it's going to. I think this might be Kelly. So Jacob Kelly, the OEHL second leading scorer now, is going to serve 2 or less for high sticking with 3:07 to go in the first, with Elmvale leading 2-0. So Georgian Bay here with a late opportunity to try and tie this thing up before the period ends. As Sweeney comes onto the ice here for the 4th member of Elmvale on this penalty kill. Face off to the right of Featherston Howgao. It's going to be one back and splits the defense as Georgian Bay is forced to come back for it. Kelly for high sticking, serving 2 or less, and it's the Applekings in across the line. Bueller leaves for Robitaille. Robitaille in the corner as it's played out by Elmvale. Maneri going to keep it there, and he'll leave it. And, oh, jeez. Tight squeezes here, oh boy. In across the line, just kind of frozen up here. There we go. That one's in on Featherston Howgao, and he'll hold on. It's going to be one back by the Applekings. Zulette plays it across. It's kept in, and they call it offside. Boy, that was close at the line. 1:12 to go in the power play for Georgian Bay as this puck is outside the Elmvale zone. 2:19 to go in the period. Elmvale leading 2-0. Goals from Owen King and Austin Pope. Be played by Ulette. He's going to fire it in to the Elmvale zone. Pitt to get it, fires it down the ice. Georgian Bay forced to come back in their own end for this puck. So be played across, and they're going to skate it ahead. Dorian brings it in across the line. Shot there, stopped by Featherston Howgao. It's loose, shot there! It's over the net. It deflected just off of Featherston Howgao. I think he got a piece of that and put it over the net. And this one's all the way around and out of the zone. Big save there by the Elmvale goaltender. Up to Salaturo. He's going to play it ahead to Robitaille, who has a man, Bueller. In across the line, Bueller shot, save. Rebound still there, it's out of the zone. Applekings bring it back in across the line. Here's a centering pass, shot wide on the blocker side, look out. Hopefully everybody's okay out there. Not a whole lot of room for the puck to come out. Glass is about as high as I've ever seen. Normally it's a lot higher, but I think we're also a lot higher up off the, like the incline. It's pretty steep, you know? Anyway. 1:18 to go in the period, 11 seconds left on this Applekings power play. They trail 2-0. Elmvale's going to backhand it up and out of the zone, and this is going to be picked up by King. King over to Tanner Main, who shoots wide on the blocker side. Penalty is over. We're back to 5-on-5. deep in the Georgian Bay zone. Elmvale has it. Centering pass, though, is going to be picked up by Georgian Bay. We're in the final minute here. Here's Fleming up the ice on the backhand. Puts it into the middle. Good pass. Shot wide. And it's out of the zone again. Fleming with a beautiful backhand saucer pass, and his man just, whoever he connected with that pass across, threw it across the crease and out the other way. Kept in here. Here's Kelly. Shoots off the stick. Out of play. Bekele closing quickly on Kelly to disrupt that and tip it up and out of the zone. Or up and out of play, excuse me. 35.1 here in the first. 4-0 Ripley, 7-1 Durham, 3-0 Tilsonburg, 4-0 Seaforth, 3-1 Tavistock, 2-0 Elmvale in our game here. 35.1 to go in the period. Hackett in to take this face-off. Ryan Hackett, number 12, in the Georgian Bay zone. Hackett wins it. It'll be played back, low to the reach. Look out! Ouellette has a chance. Oh, he was hooked from behind, and it's a penalty call here. And it's going to be a hooking call, so no penalty shot. But Austin Ouellette putting the pressure on Derek Robertson, and he almost got away. But Robertson put the hook on and prevented that breakaway. 28.3 to go, and the Applekings get a power play here. Robertson, Captain Derek Robertson, number 22 in the box for 2 or less with 28.3 to go. Face off to the right of Featherston Halgau. And Elmvale going to gain control of the puck. They're going to get it to King. He's going to try and play it, but now it's the Applekings with time, and it's out of the zone. What a defensive play by Owen King to knock that puck out. 10 seconds left in the period. By the penalty box area, it's in some skates. 5 seconds left. Are the Applekings going to have enough time? Good. He'll cross the blue line and no further, and that will do it. Wow, an entertaining 20 minutes of hockey here at the Flos Elmvale Community Arena. The Elmvale Harvesters lead 2-0 on goals from Owen King and Austin Pope. 1:32 left in the power play for Georgian Bay when we come back on the other side. It's OEHL Hockey live on YouTube at the Real Raji 21. We'll be back for period 2 in a little while. Stick around, everyone. Live on YouTube, it's OEHL Hockey from the Flos Elmvale Community Arena in Elmvale, Ontario, Canada, for tonight's OEHL North Division matchup between the 9-8-0 Georgian Bay Applekings and the 12-5-1 Elmvale Harvesters. Today's game is brought to you by ClearPath Insurance Broker, by Quails Brewery, by Hardship Acres Landscaping, by Chandler Transport, by Construction Equipment Supply, and by Bourgeois Ford Dealers in Midland, Ontario, Canada. It's live OEHL Hockey on YouTube from Elmvale. Live on YouTube, it's OEHL Hockey from the Flos Elmvale Community Arena in Elmvale, Ontario, Canada, for tonight's OEHL North Division matchup between the 9-8-0 Georgian Bay Applekings and the 12-5-1 Elmvale Harvesters. Today's game is brought to you by Clear Path Insurance Broker, by Quail's Brewery, by Hardship Acres Landscaping, by Chandler Transport, by Construction Equipment Supply, and by Bourgeois Ford Dealers in Midland, Ontario, Canada. It's live OEHL Hockey on YouTube from Elmvale. All right, everybody, back at the Flos Elmvale Community Arena here in Elmvale, Ontario, Canada. Andrew Rodgers with you for period 2 here at the silo, as they like to call it. And it's back into the Georgian Bay zone off the face-off, and we're underway here in period 2 with a power play that has another minute 20 for Georgian Bay here as they trail 2-0. And it'll be sent all the way down the ice to Alan Maneri. It's going to be picked up there by Georgian Bay. They're going to send it ahead to Mackenzie Fleming. Fleming crosses the blue line. He gets tripped up, though, and gives it away to Pierce, who throws it ahead to Cochran. Got a partial break, fires wide, blocker side, high and wide, as Balkwill sends it back into the Georgian Bay zone. Shorthanded partial break for Cam Cochran, number 21, and fires it high and wide on the blocker side. Here's Robitaille. Safe rebound. It laid there for a moment in between the pads of Featherston Howe Gow, and it'll be whistled down as he makes the save and hangs on. We got 41 seconds left of power play time for Georgian Bay. This puck is out into the neutral zone. It'll be played across. Applekings back in their own end. Pressure by Fuller here, shorthanded. Oh, it is picked off Kelly. Goes in on the backhand. It stays out. Maneri followed Kelly all the way across, and I think he might have ran out of room, or else he would have tucked it home. This is fired in by the Applekings, and it'll be just played out, and now we have a 2-on-1. Potentially, it's offside. Oh, they score! Kelly! What a move to stay onside, and he gets in alone and puts it 5-hole on Maneri. It's a short-handed goal for Elmvale, and it's 3-0 here. Holy jumping, what a play from number 9 to stay onside. And Jacob Kelly makes it 3-0. That's his 19th of the season. And 52nd point. And the Elmvale Harvesters with a 3-0 lead as they strike early on in the second period here. And we're back to even strength here as Reed Simmons goes after it. Power play is ended, and here comes the Harvesters. Sweeney shoots off a stick. Rebound! Oh, wide blocker side off a awkward look at Karam, and Elmvale almost struck again. Maneri with the save there, and it's out, and the net is off once again. So Kelly shorthanded makes it 3-0 here in Elmvale. Wow. How about that? So like I said, shorthanded goal for Elmvale. 3-0 they lead now over the Georgian Bay Applekings here at the silo. It'll be won back by the Applekings in their own end. We're 2 minutes into period number 2. Played ahead. Out of the reach, though, of the Applekings, and it's going to be sent ahead. And across the line now, it'll be picked up by the Applekings. They'll play it across to Dorian. Dorian pressured off the puck, and he gives it away. Shorman steps up from the line, gives it away, though, and now Dorian's going to skate it ahead. He's going to go to the far side with some room, drops. Applekings shoot it in on Featherston Howe Gow, and they'll hold on for a face-off. This one's going to be won back by the Applekings. They shoot it in behind the net. Going to go in after it. Blazer pinching from the line. Can't get there. Here's a blast. They score! Jamie Wise with the blast, and it beats Featherston Halgal, and the Applekings are on the board. It's 3-1. They answer that shorthanded tally. So the Applekings are on the board here in Elmvale. Harvesters' lead is now cut back to 2. It's 3-1 for the Harvesters. Goal from Jamie Wise. That is goal number 3 on the season. Here's a shot. That's off a buddy. Rebound! Just wide on the blocker side. It's played out. And it'll be touched by Elmvale. It's an offside.
Scored by number 39, Jamie Wise. Assisted by number 96, Logan Blazer. Time of the goal, 2:30.
Logan Blazer, the lone assist on that. And it'll be, this faceoff's going to come all the way back into the Elmvale zone on the intentional offside, and we'll get a whistle, or we'll get a faceoff in the Elmvale zone. Puck back in the Georgian Bay zone, and it'll be played ahead. This is going to go all the way down the ice. No icing, though, as they say. It deflected in off of Elmvale. And behind the net, Harvester's going to start ahead with it. It'll be shot into the Applekings zone from Balkwill. He'll go in after it. This will be played by Tanner Main, number 8. Pressure there, he puts it into the corner. Going to come to the line and out. Austin Ouellette plays it across to Mitch Good. The captain leaves it for Ouellette. Going to the net. He goes into the corner now. Had it stripped away, and Good with the big body check. It's kept into the line. Here's Fleming. Shoots! Crossbar! Mackenzie Fleming hit the crossbar, and it stays out. What a chance there for the Applekings. This is played into the corner. Fleming going to get it in behind his own net, or in behind the net of Elmvale. Applekings trying to come up with the puck. They can't center. Balkwill try to get it out. Fleming's got it again. Fleming looks towards the net. Good save. Rebound. Featherston Halgal's got it, and Robitaille put his man onto the ice, and we get a stoppage here. Big takedown from Jacob Robitaille in front. Probably looked worse than it appeared, or probably hurt more than it looked. But either way, it doesn't look like there's going to be any penalties on the play. Puck up the boards, kept in by Georgian Bay as Pitt had it hop over his stick. Robitaille after it, plays it in deep to Bueller. Evan Bueller puts it to the line. Blazer trying to keep it in, can't. And here's Dave Pierce. Pierce stops up, plays down low, shot good save Maneri. Net is off, he puts it back on the pegs. And this one's going to be out as Bueller's going to go up after it into the corner. Pitt takes it away. Pitt plays it ahead. And here's Sweeney ahead to Kelly. Or excuse me, Fuller to Kelly. It's in the middle, and Georgian Bay's going to pick it, but we're going to get a penalty here. It's for a hook, and I think this is going to go to the Applekings. Who's this penalty on? It's going to be on Mackenzie Fleming, the team's leading scorer, and the faceoff's going to come back in the Applekings zone. The Harvesters onto the power play here. This one's played around, shot around by the Applekings. It'll be out of the zone. Riley Pitt back to get it. Pitt's going to put it there, and ahead comes King into the middle. Good pass for Sweeney. He couldn't get the shot away. to be played out by Georgian Bay, and it's going to come all the way to the blue line. It'll be played by the Elmvale Harvesters at center, but no further. They'll have to bring it all the way back in their own end and regroup. Pitt puts it across. Ryan Young up the ice with it into the middle. Has the lane, goes to the backhand, just missed, blocker side. Good rush there by number 96. Back to the line to Pitt. Plays it to Young. Back to Pitt. Pitt over to Young again. To the net. Deflected into the corner. Robertson back. Pitt shoots. Stick. Rebound. Oh, it's wide by Young. Fired it over the net. Derek Robertson keeps it in. Shoots it down low to King. King off his skate. Still has it. Plays it back to Derek Robertson across Pitt. Oh, he snapped his stick in half. And it's played down the ice by the Georgian Bay Applekings. Pitt's stick exploded on that one-timer. And behind the net, 35 left in the power play as Young brings it up the ice. Young, cross center, brings it all the way into the Georgian Bay zone, goes wide. Had it stripped away though, and it's going to be Bekele who's going to have plenty of time to get this puck up the ice. Crosses center, dumps it in. Tries to go after it, but Elmvale's now back in their own end with 16 left in the power play. Played ahead, Kelly. He'll cross the blue line of Georgian Bay. He gets dumped. Applekings going to try and get away with this. It's to the line, kept in. Balquill across, Fuller, stopped by Maneri. He got a piece. Final seconds ticking off in the penalty. Played in deep. We're back to even strength here. We're all even. Back to the line, Pierce puts it back. Robertson, Derek shoots. He's going to play it, pass it instead. Here's a shot. It hit a body in front, and it's played away. Look out into the bench of Elmvale. Or else if that hits the board, it's a 2-on-0 for Georgian Bay up the ice. So that could have been dangerous. But 12:38 to go. We're back to even strength, and it remains 3-1 for the Elmvale Harvesters. This puck is to the line, kept in by Elmvale only momentarily, and it'll be played across. Now it's ahead, and here's Dorian with some bursts of speed. Backhand just missing. Glove hand side on Noah Featherston Gow, and we'll get a whistle.
Listen on your chance to take home some cash tonight. Also visit our merch booth. Get your Elmvale Harvesters t-shirts today for $12, including HST.
Face-off coming up here to the left of Featherston Gow, and it'll be controlled by the Applekings off that face-off. To the net, intercepted though by Elmvale, and they're going to bring it up. Look out! Picked off by Austin Ouellette, throws it across. No further though, and to the red line, what a hit from Ouellette. That on Taylor Murphy. Ouellette goes to the net, in behind it now. Murphy after him. Drops for Dorian, but Ouellette to Dorian now. He's got it in behind the net, he'll fight for it there. Comes loose to the line. Over across the Blazer. Blazer shoots. Featherston Gow with the save, and he's going to hang on. We get more pushing and shoving after the whistle, naturally, in a 3-1 game. 11:53 now to go here in period 2. Elmvale leads 3-1. Face off here to the right of Featherston Gow. It'll be won back by Elmvale. They'll play it off the glass and out of the zone. Blazer across the ice, and it's into the Elmvale zone. To be left there, Derek Robertson, the Elmvale captain, with it. Tried to play it away. It was briefly intercepted though by Elmvale, and now they give it away. Here comes Elmvale across the line. Pass into the middle to King, but he couldn't get a shot away. Now he gets dragged down in the corner as they fight for it there. It's in the middle, and Bueller's going to pick it up for Georgian Bay. The Applekings forward brings it in, shoots it in. It'll bound all the way out though and take an Elmvale friendly bounce. Bueller in across the line, they're onside. Centers the Robitaille just wide, blocker side. The Ryan Hackett and Jacob Robitaille came together as this puck is deep in the Georgian Bay zone here. Cochran picked it off, but now he gives it away, and the Applekings get the puck out. This one's shot in. It'll be in behind Maneri. It'll be picked up by the Applekings. They're going to play it up the boards. Into the middle. It's intercepted. Shot there. Good save. Austin Pope, who's got one in the game, put it off of Maneri's pads. And Bueller was wide open at the blue line for a chance there. They score! Zach Beckley trailing, picks the puck up, comes down Broadway and beats Featherston Halgal on the blocker side, and we're in a one-goal game. Georgian Bay Applekings strike, and we have a 3-2 hockey game here at the Flos Elmvale. Zach Beckley scoring his first of this season, first OEHL goal for the Applekings defender. And like I say, that makes our score 3-2 here at the silo. Face off at center will be won back by Georgian Bay with a burst of life here after that Beckley goal. Not a lot has beaten Featherston Halgal as this puck is tipped in. It'll be played up by Elmvale. It's off skate and Jeremy Robertson plays it now. They'll throw it around. It'll be picked up by the Harvesters. Beckley with the goal, his first OEHL goal, and Keegan Hoover in there after it. Look out! Almost too many men. Oh, that was close. Applekings almost too many men on the ice. This is played ahead. Now the Applekings only have 4 guys on the ice. What is going on? Now they've got all 5 bodies out there as we're back to 5-on-5, even though there's no penalties going on. Here's Dorian up the ice. He'll go to the backhand, try and get to the net, can't get there. Georgian Bay trying to get control of this puck. They do. Dorian shoots, save Featherston Halgal, and it's out of the zone. This is going to be an icing call against Elmvale. Man, Georgian Bay, tremendous pressure. And like I say, Elmvale Harvesters with a 3-2 lead as Georgian Bay has struck to make this a 1-goal game. Another shot there just wide as Sweeney's going to pick it up and play it out of the zone. Dorian pinching off his man Edmonds, and they go after it. So we played ahead to Salaturo. It's into the zone of Elmvale, but they play it back out. And here comes Sweeney with it. Sweeney shoots through traffic. Good save Maneri, and he's going to hang on. Back and forth they go. Out-of-town scoreboards, Ripley Wolves 7-0 over Shelburne. Durham 8-3 over Lucknow as we get a big pile up near the Elmvale bench, and we'll get some activities. There's gonna be 1 penalty here for sure, maybe 2. And Balkwill and Dorian, I believe, are gonna go to the box as we had some extracurriculars by the Elmvale bench, and it'll be sorted out. Durham Thundercats 8-3 over Lucknow Lancers. Tilsonburg 5-0 over the Delhi Flames. Seaforth 5-1 over the Elora Rocks. Tavistock 4-2 over Milverton Four-Wheel Drives. And you have our game, which is Elmvale 3, Georgian Bay 2. So we'll remain 5-on-5 here. 1 face-off by Elmvale. Shot there, took a deflection off a leg. It's in the middle, and it'll be picked up by Robitaille. He'll throw it ahead. Out of the reach, though, of Bueller, and now it's going to be played by Logan Blazer. Back to Bueller. Bueller to Fleming. He has to get back because he's caught. And here's a rush for Elmvale. And they give it away. And Elmvale is going to try and take control in the zone. It's back out of the zone into the neutral area. Pitt back in the zone end. Chase there by Georgian Bay. He has to come all the way back. He'll play it ahead. It'll be picked off, though, by the Applekings. Robitaille at the blue line has Bueller. Bueller with lane. Bueller gets it back, but no shot. Bueller had a clear lane to the net and didn't shoot. Elected to pass to Robitaille, who wasn't ready for it. Back and behind the net. Centers. Bueller couldn't get it away there as Fleming picks it up. Fleming plays it down low, picked off by Pierce. Pierce is going to skate it ahead, gave it away to Fleming. Fleming with room. Goes to the outside, tried to center, couldn't get it there. Body check on the wall. It'll be played back No shot there. Weakly to the center, and it's played to the line. Oh, it's out. Now, here comes Tanner Main. Main to the backhand. Stops up. Waits for help. Plays it across nicely. What a pass. There's a shot. Good save, Maneri. Now it's to Pitt. Pitt shoots, scores! Riley Pitt throws it up over the glove hand of Alan Maneri, and the 2-goal advantage for the Harvesters is restored. It's 4-2. Here with 7:35 to go in period number 2. So the Elmvale Harvesters answer back with 7:35 to go in period 2 for Riley Pitt. That's goal number 10 on the season, and the Elmvale Harvesters have their 2-goal lead back. Elmvale in the neutral zone will play it across out of the reach of Hackett, and Bekele plays it in deep, or plays it around. It's going to come out of the zone. Played up, picked off though by the Applekings, who are going to send it ahead. Again, put it in deep. Back to get it, Derek Robertson. He gets tripped up from behind. It'll be played up in the air and out. This is all the way down the ice. It's an icing call against Elmvale. .607 to go here in period 2. Puck is played up. Elmvale's going to pick it off at center ice. Applekings trying to get it deep, and they do. They're in across the line. Opportunity here off of Featherston Howe Gal's mask and out of harm's way. Puck is played up the boards, kept in momentarily, and the Applekings have control now. Dorian, he got dragged to the ice. Be back to the line, kept in, now it's out. And Elmvale's going to come away with it. Pope trying to get into Maneri, and, well, that was a close call there for Alan Maneri as he almost got run over. But it'll be whistled down. 5:29 to go now here in the second period. .42 Elmvale lead. Latest goal from Riley Pitt of Elmvale. Robitaille backhands it into the middle to Bueller. It's off his glove. He's going to try and keep the puck in Kant. Fleming dumps it in. Robitaille after it, plays Jeremy Robertson to the ice. It's going to be Elmvale picking the puck up though and bringing it out of the zone. There's Nathan Balkwill. He'll shoot it in on Maneri from center. Picked up by Fleming, he plays it out. And it's to the line, kept in by Sweeney. Off a skate though, as taking a high stick there was Noah Rowland, and he looks to be okay. Now it's going to be played in, and this is going to be an Elmvale Harvesters icing. Puck is played by Georgian Bay to the net. Goes wide. Rowland keeps it in. Shoots. That's deflected. It's loose. And the net is off as big pile up in front of the net of Elmvale. And Featherston Howe Gow, he's slow to get up, but he looks to be all right. Mitch Good right on the top of the crease there for Georgian Bay. 4:34 to go here in the second period. It's 4-2 Elmvale. Ripley defeating Shelburne 7-0, so we have another final. And puck will be played ahead by Elmvale, and across the line they come. Pierce with the shot, save Maneri. That's a big stop for him in this game. Maneri holds that, and he'll just freeze it there. Good chance there for number 49, Dave Pierce. Elsewhere, Durham 9-3 over Lucknow. Tilsonburg 6-0 over Delhi, Seaforth 5-2 over Elora, Tavistock 5-3 over Milverton, and in our game 4-2 Elmvale. Ouellette had his stick break and he has to get off. This leaves Elmvale with a man up in their zone, and they couldn't get a shot away. Pierce kind of bobbled that, and now it's Kelly into the middle, deflected away. Georgian Bay on their heels a little, but they've got it out now. Dorian plays it ahead out of the reach of Good, and all the way back into the Elmvale zone. Going to be played ahead. Elmvale going to bring it across the blue line. Pierce trying to get there, can't. Salaturo breaking away, and he's going to try and go up with Wise and Bekele. Bekele around the net, centers to the line. Here's a shot by Geisler, wide on the glove hand side. And Salaturo bumped into Featherston Howe Gow, no penalty on the play, as Taylor Murphy put his own defenseman, pushed Salaturo into Featherston Howe Gow, and now here comes Dorian. He gets it stripped away though, and Elmvale's going to come across. They got an odd man rush. Kelly and Fuller. Fuller! Save Maneri and a massive stop! Alan Maneri comes post to post to make a big save and keeps this a 2-goal hockey game. Kelly to Fuller to Maneri's glove hand. And with 2:59 to go in the second, it's still a 2-goal game. Biggest chance for Elmvale to extend their lead, and that's a big stop if Georgian Bay is able to come back in this game. Played ahead now to Robitaille, who throws across to Fleming. Fleming in across the line, drops. Here's a shot, save, rebounds there, but it's out of the net now as King and Robitaille came together. Net is off, and we'll get a whistle down, and another face-off coming up here in the Elmvale end. Featherston Howe Gow having a conversation with the referee saying, hey, how come you didn't call that? And he's saying, well, your guy pushed the other guy into you, so have a conversation with him. I'm assuming, of course. Puck going to be won back by Elmvale, and Riley Pitt, who's got a goal in this game, his 10th of the year, has it in behind the net. Pressured there by Robitaille, who doesn't want to let him go. Now it's Cochran at center. And across the line, puts it across. King can't settle it down. Cochran gets it in the corner. Plays it to the line. Shorman shoots off a skate. Pitt's going to keep it in. Pitt plays it down low. Cochran to the middle. Shorman shoots off a body and into the corner. Fleming's going to go after it. Plays it up, takes a hit, gets it out. Now it's going to be played ahead. Robitaille has room. Has a man, too, going to the net. Oh, good defensive play. Shorman picked the stick of Bueller, who had a tap in potentially. Now it's out. We got a break. Owen King. And he's hauled down. We're going to get a penalty shot here. Yep, penalty shot. Owen King was dragged down as Shorman and Roland come together here. Owen King had a breakaway from the blue line, and he was pressed on quickly, and he was hauled down right before he could get the shot away, and now he has a penalty shot. So I'm pretty sure this is my first penalty shot that I've seen in the OEHL this year. 24 games in, not bad. Had a good run. But now it's King with the penalty shot for Elmvale. He'll bring it across the line. Here we go. Shoots. Save Maneri, and he'll keep it out. That's a big stop with 1:50 to go here in the second. King on the penalty shot gets denied, and Maneri keeps it out. Holy. So now we'll get a face-off in the Georgian Bay zone. Maneri bails out the Applekings and keeps this a 2-goal game. This is one back. Elmvale trying to get a shot, can't. Now it's Jeremy Robertson to the net. Deflected into the corner. Picked up by the Applekings. Good, try to play it out, but Elmvale intercepted. Some stick work there at the line, and now it's played ahead again. Sweeney shoots wide. I think Maneri got a piece. It's to the line. Now it's going to be played out and ahead. Georgian Bay trying to get away with it. Can't, and Elmvale just sends them right back in. 1:18 to go. Oh, big check there. And down is one of the Applekings players. As there's going to be a penalty to Edmonds. Once Elmvale touch the puck, they do. So Edmonds to the box. Not sure exactly what the penalty call is going to be here. They're going to talk about it. Thank God the Applekings defender's okay, because that could have been a really bad hit. A lot of chatter going on at the Applekings bench here as they have a 2-minute up on the board, and I guess that's all. So penalty to Edmonds for 2 minutes, and it's an Applekings power play here. So, okay. So it's back to the line. Applekings have it. We're late here in the second period. The penalties will be announced. So, last minute of play in second. So 2 minutes for head contact. Austin Ouellette has it on this power play for Georgian Bay here in the final minute. Across, shot, save, rebound, still loose. Elmvale can't get this puck out. It's still Georgian Bay's puck. To the outside, down low, to the net. Featherston Gow's got it, and then we're going to get more pushing and shoving here. Owen King and Austin Ouellette tangled up there. .4 to go here in the second period. 4-2 Elmvale lead. Applekings on the power play. Face off to the left of Featherston Gow. Fleming in to take it for the Applekings. Pearson to take it for Elmvale. There'll be one back by the Applekings. Good across the Blazer. Blazer down low to Fleming. Robitaille in front trying to gain position. Bueller in behind the net. Can't get it to Fleming. It's intercepted though by Elmvale. And they're going to get this puck out. All the way down. Maneri back in behind the net. Plays it ahead. Down to 10 seconds to go. Do the Applekings have one more rush here? Into the zone. Across to Fleming. Plays it into the middle. It's still loose. And it'll be played to the corner. That will do it. 40 minutes in the books here at the silo. Elmvale Harvesters and Georgian Bay Applekings. Elmvale leads 4-2 as we are ready to go, and we will be ready to go in a little while for period 3. We're in the intermission through 40. Elmvale Harvesters 4, Georgian Bay Applekings 2. Live on YouTube at the Real Raji 21. We'll be back for period 3 in a little while. Stick around, everyone. Live on YouTube, it's OEHL Hockey from the Flos Elmvale Community Arena in Elmvale, Ontario, Canada, for tonight's OEHL North Division matchup between the 9-8-0 Georgian Bay Applekings and the 12-5-1 Elmvale Harvesters. Today's game is brought to you by ClearPath Insurance Broker, by Quail's Brewery, by Hardship Acres Landscaping, by Chandler Transport, by Kent Struction Equipment Supply, and by Bourgeois Ford dealers in Midland, Ontario, Canada. It's live OEHL hockey on YouTube from Elmvale. Want to open it? Here you go. All right, everyone, back in here for period number 3. Elmvale Harvesters and the Georgian Bay Applekings. And, yeah.
Live on YouTube, it's OEHL Hockey from the Flos Elmvale Community Arena in Elmvale, Ontario, Canada, for tonight's OEHL North Division matchup between the 9-8-0 Georgian Bay Applekings and the 12-5-1 Elmvale Harvesters. Today's game is brought to you by Clear Path Insurance Broker, by Quail's Brewery, by Hardship Acres Landscaping, by Chandler Transport.
All right, everyone, back in here for period 3. Andrew Rodgers on the play-by-play with you. Great to have you along. We're at the Flos Elmvale Community Arena in Elmvale, Ontario, Canada. Elmvale Harvesters leading the Applekings 4-2 as we play here in the third. Applekings still on the power play here for another 35 seconds. Beckelay plays it ahead. It's going to be shot in by Dorian, and they'll go in after it. 25 to go in the power play. Around the boards, kept in. Here's a chance, save by Featherston Howgao, and that one off of Noah Rowland, number 16. Played ahead and across the line. The penalty to, as Salaturo shoots, it's off a skate, and Elmvale going to get it out of the zone. The penalty to Elmvale, as we're back to 5-on-5. Maneri scoops that up with the glove, and he's going to hang on as we are now in period number 3. So the penalty to Elmvale's, I think it was Derek Robertson. Gonna have to double check this here. Just give me 1 second. Puck is played up the boards to the line, kept in by Elmvale. Georgian Bay going to grab the puck and try and bring this ahead, and they do. It's across center. Robitaille leaves. It's in across the line. Here's a shot. Gal makes the save. Rebound, it's loose. Still loose. Save, Featherston Howgao. He got a toe on that. Now it's ahead, and Kelly's got room on the far side. Kelly breaks his stick as Maneri is going to hold it as Pierce comes in. Jacob Kelly can't believe it. He tried to get the shot away and snapped his stick, and all he can do is smile. Oh, poor guy. Let's see here. The penalty. Devin Edmonds. So he's still in the boxes. He was also assessed a 10-minute misconduct. So it was head contact and 10-minute misconduct for Edmonds as Robitaille shoots it into the Elmvale zone. He's going to go in after it. It's in the corner as Shorman was taken down, and he's slow to get up. All the way down and into the Georgian Bay zone. They'll go back for it. Played up, off stick. Will be played into the middle, and Sweeney's going to get it for Elmvale. Derek Sweeney up the ice. In across the Applekings line to go wide into the corner. Plays it to the middle. No shot there on Maneri as the Applekings corral it. It's out of the zone. Derek Robertson plays it ahead. Sweeney in across the line with it, but it's picked up by Austin Ouellette, number 7. Kept in though by Elmvale as Laverdier plays it in deep, and this picked up by Reed Simmons of Georgian Bay. Simmons plays it across. Mitch Good. He's going to bring it up the ice and shoot it into the Elmvale zone. So Devin Edmonds 2 and a 10 at the end of the second period, and he's still in the box. So here's Good with it on the backhand. Still has it in the corner. It's maintained by Georgian Bay as they keep the puck in. In the corner, it's around to Good and behind the net now. Trying to center does. Here's a blast. That's off a stick and wide. So the line kept in. And behind the net, Applekings trying to get it with some pressure here. Pitt is bodied down by Mitch Good. And Mitch Good's going to get a penalty here. And shooting the puck was Roland at Featherston Howe Gow's skates. And they don't like that, obviously. And Good's going to get the initial penalty here for his body check on Riley Pitt. And not really sure what the penalty was. It looked like a clean body check to me from my vantage point. So regardless, it's a power play for Elmvale here with a 4-2 lead. 16:36 to go here in period number 3. Balkwill at the line. He'll play it in deep. In behind the net to Pierce. Plays it into the corner. Back to Balkwill. Throws it across. Fuller shoots. Save Maneri. No rebound. Boarding is the call on Good. And like I say, 4-2 Elmvale as they operate on the power play here. Salaturo grabs it for Georgian Bay, and he's going to fire it out of the zone. Back to get it is Kelly. With a new stick, he's going to bring it up the ice. He'll peel back. He didn't like what he saw. Pressure there by Salaturo. 1:25 to go in the power play for Elmvale. Balkwill starts it out from behind his own net. Into the middle to Kelly. Kelly across the blue line. Elmvale trying to get set up on this power play. It comes to the line, kept in by Pitt. In deep as it's shot around, and this is going to go out of play here, and it'll be whistled down. Pierce gets his stick back, and we'll get a face-off in the Georgian Bay end with 1:07 to go in the power play. I got one more game on the weekend slate. Tomorrow I'm going to be in Palmerston, home of the Minto 81s, the two-time defending champion Minto 81s, as they take on the Saugeen Shores Winterhawks. It's a 1 o'clock start from the Palmerston and District Community Center complex. Puck is brought in by Ryan Young. He goes to the outside. In behind the net, looking for a man to pass it to. Back to the line of Pitt. Pitt trying to get around does. What a move. Shoots into the body of one of the Applekings defenders. I think that hit Blazer. Pitt again. Over to King. Down low to Young. Young into the middle. Good save, Maneri. That hit a deflection in front and went in on the pads of Maneri. Young takes it for Elmvale. Plays it there. Switches spots with Shorman, who goes back to the line to the defensive area. Back to the spot. Here's a shot across. That's wide of the blocker side. Kept in by Elmvale. Penalty has 7 seconds left. Georgian Bay going to pick up the puck, play it into the middle. It's out of the zone. And they're in across the line. Roland takes his man down heavily, and we're going to get another penalty here. And that will be whistled as Roland's going to go to the box this time. He's saying Devin Shorman embellished, but I don't think he's going to have an argument here. So it's going to be another power play for Elmvale. Not a very smart penalty for Noah Roland of Georgian Bay to take in this case, with his team trailing by 2 with 14:30 to go. So Elmvale remains on the power play for 2 minutes or less with Noah Roland in the box, number 16. Face off there, going to be controlled by Georgian Bay, and they're going to fire this down the ice.
Georgian Bay penalty for number 16, Noah Roland, 2 minutes, 4 minutes.
This one's going to be intercepted by Simmons, who tries to pin the Elmvale Harvesters deep in their own end as Kelly plays it ahead to Pierce. Pierce moves it in across the line, plays it in deep. It's in the Applekings' end now. Played behind the net. Fuller as up is Derek Robertson with it. Back to Kelly at the line. Puts it across. This is Balkwill. Down low to Fuller. Back to Balkwill. Shoots. Save Maneri and no rebound. Pierce was right there in case the puck dropped. And he'll hold on. 1:20 now to go in the penalty.
Our winning ticket number is 612-136. 612-136.
Bulkwell at the line across the pit. His shot hit his stick and went directly into the corner. Good at the line, plays it to it. Bulkwell keeps it in. Young, Tanner Main couldn't get a shot away. Now it's Young. Pass to the line, it's out. And Elmvale has to come back and regroup. This will be played ahead to center, across to Young. Young in across the line with it. 45 left in the power play. Here's a shot, save Maneri. And it'll be played off the boards and out by Georgian Bay. Featherston Howe leaves it there for Owen King. 30 seconds left now in the power play. King gets bodied but keeps control of the puck, loses it, it's out of the zone. Back to get is Devin Shorman, number 16. 20 seconds left in the power play. Back to Riley Pitt. Still 4-2 Elmvale here. The clock is going to become the biggest enemy here for Georgian Bay if they can't get one. Pitt drops it into the middle. Elmvale trying to keep the puck in. It's into the middle now. Penalty over. We're back to 5-on-5. Georgian Bay going to bring this up the ice. Across center into the Elmvale zone. In behind the net, Dorian looking for it for Georgian Bay. Centers! Oh, what a save! Featherston Howe got around to get that wraparound. Chance for Georgian Bay there. They're offside at the line. Cochran just in ahead of Pitt. And it's an offside call. What a save from Featherston Howe as he come across real quick there to make that save on the wraparound. What happened? Okay. Face off here, going to be outside the blue line of Georgian Bay. 12-12 to go here in the third period. We'll get you an updated out-of-town scoreboard here, as most games probably nearing conclusion anyway. A lot of them started at 7:30, so I'd imagine most of the bulk of them would be done. This is across to Hackett. Shoots off a body and into the corner. Maneri, he snags it, and it's going to be held. And we'll get a whistle. It remains 4-2 here in the third period. We have some games that have gone final here. Minto 16-1 over Creemore. Ripley 7-0 over Shelburne. Durham 9-3 over Lucknow. Tilsonburg leads Delhi 7-0. And I believe that's all that's showing in terms of finals as of this current second, as the puck is bounded out. Robitaille gonna feather it ahead. He was looking for Bueller. Back in the Elmvale zone. 11:40 to go here in the third. Elmvale continues to lead 4-2 in this big game between what has been or become a rivalry over the last few years between these two teams. That puck is across off of Sweeney, who couldn't finish. Now it's played ahead, and Fleming is in across the line. Tried a shot that's blocked and into the corner. To be played by the Applekings. Fleming again in behind the net, plays it back to the line, kept in, there's a shot, glove save! Robitaille tried to knock it out of the air with his glove. If it went in, it wouldn't have counted. But it'll be held by the Elmvale netminder. Yeah, as of right now, only one game in the OEHL tomorrow, and it's in the north. 1 o'clock start, Minto and Saugeen Shores. So, big game there, as those two teams, at least last checked, were 4-5 in the north standings and would be a first-round matchup. So, that game has major playoff implications. Jeremy Robertson shoots it from the line, save Maneri. This is going to be played out by Georgian Bay. Good pass out to Keegan Hoover. Hoover in across the line. Has Logan Hoover going to the net, and Keegan Hoover was blasted into the boards after he put that pass across. So out now is Devin Edmonds, and he'll return to the bench after his 10-minute misconduct is served. And we'll get a face-off here in the Elmvale zone. In a 4-2 game, Harvesters leading with 10:43 to go in the third. One back, and it's in behind the net. Hewlett trying to get away. In behind the net, he loses control of the puck. To be in the corner, Hewlett's going to try and get it back, and does. Centers! No shot there for the Applekings, and Elmvale's got a 3-on-2 up the ice. In across the line they come. They're going to have to wait as it's a delayed offside. Played all the way back into the Elmvale zone. There's Taylor Murphy. He's pressured off the puck by Mitch Good. It'll be played into the middle. Long trying to come up on it. Can't get there. And here comes Kelly with speed across. He had Fuller, but it was out of his reach. Good chance there for Elmvale. Puck played to the line. Kept in by the Harvesters. And now it's out. Kelly going to pick it up at center. Kelly dances at his own blue line. He'll look forward. And he'll go for a skate. Cross center, takes it into the Georgian Bay zone. No further though, and it's picked off by Salaturo. He puts it into the middle. Try to play it to his man. Salaturo has it back with space. Shoots off a body and into the corner. Getting it there, playing it in deep. Elmvale's Riley Pitt gonna pick it up. Pitt skates it ahead into the Georgian Bay zone as they set up. Pitt to the middle, has a lane. He's hooked by Zach Beckley, and he couldn't get the shot away. Beckley with the hack, and he takes him down, and he's going to be whistled here. So there's going to be one penalty at least to Georgian Bay and maybe a second. Beckley and Geisler are both going off here. And is Hackett going too? Yeah. So they're going to send Hackett and Geisler for Georgian Bay. So 1-1, I think. Yeah, it looks like Hackett's going to go too. So it'll be a 5-on-4 for Elmvale with 9:11 to go here in the third period. Elmvale leads 4-2 in the game. The initial penalty was going to be for Zach Beckley for taking down Riley Pitt, and then there's penalties afterwards.
50-50 has not been played yet. It is 6-1-2, 1-3-6.
Almost.
Ticket number
We're going to win one.
1-3-6.
This puck is won back, and Elmvale going to try and get it in the corner. They do, and they have the power play here. Into the corner, it's going to be picked up by Logan Blazer, and he'll fire it down the ice. Elmvale's going to have to come back in their own end and start off on this power play. 20 seconds gone in it. Puck ahead off of the skate of Devin Shorman, and Derek Robertson's got it now, the Elmvale captain. Plays it over to Devin Shorman, and he's going to skate it up. Comes across the blue line. He has a lane. He gets taken down from behind there. No whistle there. King has it for Elmvale. And behind the net now. Back to the line to Pitt. Pitt shoots. Save Maneri. Now it's to Young. Pitt. He'll play it across. Shorman. Toe drags. Shoots. Save. Rebound. He scores. Sweetie on the doorstep. Taps it in. It's a power play goal for Elmvale. And they stretch their lead. It's now 5-2 for the Harvesters. So Derek Sweeney on the doorstep. The initial shot was stopped by Devin Shorman, the initial shot. And Derek Sweeney puts home his 6th of the season to extend the Elmvale lead to 3. And they now lead it by a score of 5-2. That's a big goal for the Elmvale Harvesters here with 8:08 to go. A 2-goal lead would have been one thing, but now it's a 3-goal advantage. And not 100% sure here, but it appears that Beckley's back in the box as Geisler comes out. So We're going to get a face-off here at center. It's a 5-2 Harvesters lead now with 8:06 to go in the third period. Latest goal from Derek Sweeney, his 6th of the season. Puck is played across. Robitaille going to go in after it. Against Jeremy Robertson trying to come up with the puck. He does, but no shot yet, and Elmvale's going to bring this puck out. With speed, it's Fuller. And across the line, he has Kelly going to the net. Kelly in behind the net now. Backhand in the middle. Here's a shot wide on the blocker hand side. Kelly into the corner now. Long takes him into the boards. Back at the line, it's out, and Jeremy Robertson plays it back in. Applekings have it. They'll play it ahead, out of the reach of Fleming. He tried to take Balkwill down. Kelly, toe drag shot just over the glove hand side of Alan Maneri. What a chance there for Kelly. And this puck is out past Robitaille. Jeremy Robertson, he delivers it and then goes down now on a check from Robitaille. Back in the Applekings zone, they'll take control of the puck and bring it up the ice. Fleming with it, tipped in, and they'll go in after it. Jamie Wise up there looking for it, but Elmvale's got it in behind their own net. Delayed into the corner, off the boards and out into the neutral zone. This is all the way at the blue line. And it'll be played by the Applekings up into the Elmvale zone, into the middle. Here's a chance, shot just wide off the blocker hand of Featherston Howe Gow. As back at the line, it's out of the zone. Puck on the boards there as Elmvale closes and they're able to get control of the puck. This is over to Tanner Main, who's going to go in after it, number 8 for Elmvale. Delivers a hit, it's out, and this is going to be no icing as Taylor Murphy was there, and they wave it off with 6 minutes to go here in period 3. Play back to Pitt. Got to give it up for Riley Pitt. He's just had an unbelievable year on defense for the Elmvale Harvesters, and if it wasn't for Kyler Nixon's unbelievable year, he'd be first in defenseman scoring. And now it's up to Caden Laverdier, and he comes in across the line. Tries to go wide. He tries to play it in front. Can't get it there. Applekings trying to bring it up the boards and out. It'll get to the line no further. Now they do, and Simmons carries it across the blue line. He gets bodied by Murphy. Simmons and Murphy into the corner. It'll be played away, good. Bodies Tanner Main into the boards. Now it's up the ice. Here's Austin Pope. Pope in across the line, goes wide, backhand to Maneri. He can't corral it, and it's in behind the net now. Now it's played up and good. He gets twisted around but keeps control of the puck. Edmonds trying to check him. He goes for a spin. That was kind of awkward. And now it's sent in by Good. Pitt plays it away and King's got it. He'll play it back. Pitt's going to take it in behind his own net. We have 4:36 to go. Big turnaround game here for Elmvale as this puck is played all the way to Maneri. And he makes 2 saves. That one was weird from about 200 feet. It bounced right in front of Maneri, hit his pads, and then a rebound he had to stop also. That was adventurous. 4:28 left to go here in the third now. Elmvale 5-2 leaders over Georgian Bay currently. Their last action this past Sunday, they lost 5-2 to Minto, so good turnaround effort for Elmvale here on home ice. And after this, they have 1 game remaining, and it comes up on the 31st of January against the visiting Shelburne Muskies. Here's a shot, safe rebound, just wide off the stick of Edmonds. And it's played to the line and out. And here comes Jamie Wise, number 39. He goes between this, and it's into the middle. He went between the legs to get a shot away, and Featherston Howe Gow able to get there. Now it's across into the middle. What a stop for Maneri. Edmonds is out there trying to get at whoever he can get at. And now we're going to get some more rough stuff, I'd imagine, here. And back in, now we're going to get a lot of rough stuff here. They went after Edmonds on the boards there because of his earlier hit on the Applekings defender in the second period. And so Edmonds was a marked man, and somebody come in late to take him into the boards, and like I say, marked man, number 88. So they'll try and sort all of this out. Might take a second or two. But Edmonds back in the box. I'd imagine he'll stay there the rest of the game. And Jamie Wise, I believe, was sent off. He was the one who came in and hit Edmonds from behind after the skirmish had been whistled down. So, like I say, they're going to sort all of this out.
Live on YouTube, it's OEHL Hockey from the Flos Elmvale Community Arena in Elmvale, Ontario, Canada, for tonight's OEHL North Division matchup between the 9-8-0 Georgian Bay Applekings and the 12-5-1 Elmvale Harvesters. Today's game is brought to you by ClearPath Insurance Broker, by Quail's Brewery, by Hardship Acres Landscaping, by Chandler Transport, by Construction Equipment Supply, and by Bourgeois Ford Dealers in Midland, Ontario, Canada. It's live.
3:49 to go here in the third. They've sorted everything out. It looks to be still 5-on-5 here. Not really sure what exactly the calls are here, as players are in and out of the box like a phone booth here. And it remains 5-2 Elmvale. So after all that, we'll get the penalties that will be called by the announcer here. That one's off the stick. Look out! Whoa, that one came in like it was shot out of a rocket. And we'll get a whistle. Hopefully everybody's okay. They come in quickly out of play. So it's like your head needs to be on the swivel, you know? Especially in here, you don't have a lot of reaction time. It's close quarters. In the skates off the face-off, Elmvale going to gather it. Derek Sweeney into the middle. It's to the line and out. Shorman back for it. He'll play it ahead. Now it's going to be Pope throwing it in. He'll go after it there. He played up the boards and into the middle. Fleming had him go in behind him, and Pope had it stripped away from Robitaille. Backhand, good save, as Robitaille gets dumped awkwardly in behind the net. That was kind of a awkward tumble into the boards for Jacob Robitaille as he was upended. So we'll get a whistle here. Robitaille's up on his skates. He appears to be all right. And we'll get a whistle. Face off outside the zone here. And this will be shot. Fleming on the boards, trying to gather it for Georgian Bay. As we have 3:05 to go. It's in behind the net of Elmvale, and it'll be up the boards and out of the zone. No icing called as it's back in the Applekings end, and Fleming's got it. He'll play it ahead to the blue line, no further. Now it's at center. Fuller had his stick slashed out of his hands, and he's going to get whistled. And why not? It's been a frustrating night here for the Applekings, as Robitaille's going to go to the box for a slash. Or excuse me, Blazer. So probably more penalties to come here as Applekings are just heated. Robitaille, his night's done. I think he's gotten the misconduct here. Blazer is in the box as the Harvesters are going to get a power play here. Puck is ahead. Dorian going to try and skate away with it. He's got in across the line. Plays it to a man, but now it's to the far side here. And Dorian picks it up again. Gave it away though, and Pierce picks it off. He comes in across the line. He's got Kelly. Can't corral that saucer pass, and it's out of the zone. 2:20 to go here in the third period. Elmvale 5-2. They lead. Excuse me. Puck is in, and Pierce plays it in deep. This is Maneri who's going to grab it off the end boards, and that'll give a whistle here. So we have finals for you. Minto 81s defeating Creemore 16-1. Ripley 7-0 over Shelburne. Durham 9-3 over Lucknow. Tavistock over Milverton 6-3. Tilsonburg, I believe that is a final over Delhi 7-0. And then 5-2 in our game here. Elmvale and Georgian Bay. Back to Jeremy Robertson at the line. He'll play it into the corner. Back to get it is Owen King. Centers. Chance for Ryan Young, but he couldn't get a shot away. And Georgian Bay's going to pick it. Mitch Good. He'll skate it up the ice and across center. Brings it in across the line. Goes to the outside. Shoots. Saved by Featherston Howe-Gow. He's going to put it to the side. 1:27 now to go here in the third. This is Sweeney. He'll stop up. He gets bodied off the puck. And the Applekings will pick this up. Noah Rowland all by himself up there. Kind of twisted and turned across the blue line and had it stripped away. 20 seconds left in the power play. 1:05 to go here in the third. It's Elmvale 5, Georgian Bay 2. And we're in the final minute here, folks. And this one's back to the line and out. Penalty about to expire, and Pitts got it. Back to even strength. 45 seconds to go as Pitt takes it in behind his own net. Down to 40 seconds left. And he'll leave it there for Young. Young's going to drop it back for Pitt. Pitt's going to take it for a skate. 30 seconds to go. Just looking to kill this clock here, I think. As Keegan Hoover comes in behind the net to try and get it away. Owen King, oh, he takes a slip. And they go into the corner after it. And King gonna throw it away to the corner, and in behind the net now with 10 seconds to go. They're gonna pin it on the boards, and that'll do it. Final 10 will go, and I don't know if we're gonna get any last minute shenanigans. Well, I thought we might, but now that's gonna do it. The Elmvale Harvesters, after a 5-2 loss this past Sunday against the Minto 81s, rebound for a 5-2 win of their own on home ice against the Georgian Bay Applekings. Applekings, with the loss, their record falls to 9-9. The Elmvale Harvesters, with the win, improved to 13-5-1. Next for the Elmvale Harvesters, their season finale in 2 weeks on the 31st against the visiting Shelburne Muskies. For the Applekings, their next game, the 24th, also against the Shelburne Muskies in Thornbury at 5:30. That's on Saturday, January 24th. Well, it was an exciting night, and the Elmvale Harvesters with the much-needed victory, as we saw a potential first-round matchup here tonight, and we'll see. I mean, lots of things could happen between them and then and now, so it'll be an interesting finish with 2 weeks to go after Sunday's, tomorrow's final game of this weekend, and that is the Minto 81s and Saugeen Shores Winterhawks from the Palmerston and District Community Center Complex. I'll be there on the call for that at the Real Raji 21. We'll see you guys then. That'll be all. Good night from Elmvale. So long, take care, be safe, and we'll see you guys next time. That'll do it.